60R with Terry Bossons. It's safe to say that Paul Carrack is an absolute legend. His career has spanned a number of decades and he's sang hits with Ace, Squeeze and Mike and the Mechanics as well as his own work. It's no fluke that he's still selling out shows today because he truly is a wonderful musician, a musician's musician. And it's always a pleasure to get him on. Hello, Paul Carrack. Welcome to the show.
Hi Terry, how are you?
I'm not bad at all. It's great
Good.
to speak to you again. The man with the golden voice is currently on tour. It kicked off in January. How has it been so far? What the crowd's been like?
Excellent. Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, I'm sorry we're not coming to Stoke this time around, but maybe later in the year. You know, we've always had some good nights up there, Victoria Hall, but we're not doing quite so many shows as we used to do. We used to do like 60 shows or something on a autumn spring tour, but we've cut it back a little bit, so maybe that's one of the reasons. But hopefully we'll be back in the near future.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, but has the tour been good?
Yeah, it's been excellent. I mean, we've been playing to packed houses, and you know, every tour we do try and just step it up another notch, you know, because you got to be careful not to stand still in this business. You know, I mean, it's important to keep producing new stuff and to bring the production levels up a little bit each time. So we've got great lights, great sound, and some new songs. So, you know, we're very conscious that we have to keep pushing and keep moving on.
There's a new album due these days, coming out in April.
Yes.
The fans can't wait. I'm sure you're going to make them very happy.
Well, I'm hoping so. I think it's going to be... I mean, we would have ideally liked to have finished everything up before we headed out on tour, but there's been a number of other little side projects that have been going off, and we didn't quite get it done, but we're working in between the shows to complete it, and I think people will be... I think people are going to like it. There's some strong songs on there and some great performances. Got some excellent musicians playing on it as well as my own normal band. We've got a couple of guests like a guy called Robbie McIntosh, fabulous guitar player, Steve Gadd, a legendary drummer. So I think people will be, you know, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and you'll get to play some of these songs throughout the summer because you've got a few festival appearances, no doubt. And you also got the Rock Against Cancer gig. That's a good lineup for a great cause as well.
Yeah, it's funny. It's put together by an old friend of mine. He's actually a monitor engineer. He's out on the road with Paul McCartney at the moment. Okay. But I'm not sure how many years he's been going. It started out as quite a small little festival that he put on himself to raise money for the prostate cancer charity. And each year it's just got bigger and bigger. And I mean, this year it's like Billy Ocean, I think, is the top thing. There's us, there's the Stranglers. There's some great acts on it. So looking forward to that. But that's in the summer. We've got a way to go before then, you know, with our concerts up and down the country.
Yeah, I've just been looking. There's about 25 dates left.
You know, that's all good. I think that's about, because it will have been about 30 in total. We've got 6 under our belt so far. We've been up in Scotland, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Perth, and Birmingham we've done. So we've done half a dozen shows. They've all been fantastic. So we just try and keep that level up, you know, all the way.
Yeah, one of the biggest songs that you have sung on the Living Years got a revamp for charity as well last year. The production of that looked amazing. I watched the video of it because I remember we played it last year, but the actual video of it being made, I watched it the day, and there was a lot that went into it.
Well, it was. I mean, it was. I can't claim any credit for organising the thing. It was put together by a hospice. And they wanted to do something special to mark their sort of centenary, I believe it was. And they assembled a choir from all the hospices across London. I forget how many there was in the end. It was something like a couple of hundred, I think. And the song they chose to do was The Living Years, and they asked me, as I'd sung the original, of course, with Mike and the Mechanics years ago. They asked me if I would do that, and so I just turned up at Abbey Road and did my bit, But my bit was easy, but putting it all together was quite some task, I think.
Yeah, it's a great song. It'll always hold up, and having a bit of a reboot, did it no harm at all. I can remember you doing it at Glastonbury. I saw that on the TV, and the people sing along to it every time you do it.
Well, it's it is an important song in my sort of catalogue. I think, although I'm not with Mike and the Mechanics anymore, I still feel I'm entitled to sing that song. Definitely. And so it's a song I think people expect to hear, and I'm more than happy to do it. I enjoy. I mean, most of the big songs that people are familiar with, I don't have a problem doing those every night. They're good songs, and things like How Long and Tempted, Over My Shoulder. Those songs, Eyes of Blue, Love Will Keep Us Alive. It's no chore to do them. I enjoy doing them, and I know people like to hear them.
You are a Sheffield Wednesday fan, and for the first time in a long while, Sheffield United have creeped up and gone above you. That must be really horrible.
It's very worrying, very, very worrying, especially as one of my drummers is a Blade.
Yeah.
He's a United fan. But no, we're in a bit of a pickle at the moment. We've got a crazy injury situation. I mean, the whole first team are injured, and it's been bizarre. It's been a bizarre season. I'll be glad when it's over, to be honest with you, and I hope we're still in the same league.
Yeah.
And I hope Sheffield United are as well, because if they go up to the Premier League, life will be unbearable. We had a couple of great seasons recently.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the wheels have come off now, and as I say, I'll be glad when the season's over.
Yeah, I suppose you don't get a chance to go to many matches because you're touring so much.
No, I don't get to them. I mean, I have a season ticket, to be honest, and with my two boys, but I don't get to that many games now. But I get there when I can, and keep in touch on the old internet and everything now. So, but no, that's one of the downsides of being keeping on touring.
Yeah. Well, say you've got the tour, the album release, then festival season. When will there be a bit of downtime for Paul Carrack?
I mean, it's been a busy few years, and last year was very busy. As I said, we had a number of side projects. I mean, I did a thing in Germany with a big band, well, actually full orchestra for TV, and we worked on that. We kind of, our main tour is now, but as you say, we do stuff over the summer, some festivals. We did Glastonbury last year, and so we got to keep ticking over. We got a crew and a band. We want to keep everybody busy. But we're going on. My wife and myself go on holiday in June, and looking forward to that. But I'm also, as you probably know, involved with Eric Clapton's band.
Yeah.
And we've got a few shows with him this year. He's not doing so many as he used to, but we're playing in Hyde Park, for instance, this year, and I'll be going over to the States and playing Madison Square Gardens with him, and all. So you can't complain, mate. It's a fantastic situation to be. I mean, at this stage in my career, I'm really busy. I still feel that I'm playing and singing really well, so we just keep going and keep going while it's going good.
Yeah, you played at Eric Clapton's 70th. Do you think you'll return the favour?
Well, that's a few years off yet. It's creeping up, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You mentioned side projects and working with other people, but a lot of people won't know that you worked on a lot of albums, maybe as a session musician, keyboardist, including the Smiths' first album. Yeah,
I did. I mean, that was, goodness me, that's a way back. It was their first album before they'd really hit, and I didn't have a clue who they were, but a friend of mine, John Porter, was producing their album, and he just asked me to pop along after the pub had closed and to put some keyboards on a few tracks. And it's funny, a lot of people keep bringing that up. not least my son, when he started music college, came home one day and said, "Hey, Dad, did you play on the Smiths album?" I said, "Yeah."
Oh, that is brilliant. Yeah,
So there's been a lot of little cameos like that, throughout the career, but that's never been my mainstay. I wouldn't regard myself as a session man, even though I've played on bits and bobs here and there. But this is the best time of all for me. I'm enjoying being my own boss and loving it.
Well, thank you, Paul, for coming on the phone today. Enjoy the rest of the tour. We are looking forward to this new album. You take care.
That's a pleasure. All the best.